Hello Steve, today is Wednesday, May the 14th. And at the time of shooting this video, it just stopped thunderstorming outside. There was one really intense blast of thunder and lightning just outside of my apartment building. And with all the humid weather we've been getting lately, I'm not surprised we got a thunderstorm. And the weather has indicated this summer has truly arrived. In news of other storms a-Bruin, the second round of the NHL playoffs has almost come to its conclusion. Only one series has a Game 7 left to play, and that's the LA Canes versus the Anaheim Ducks. Of the other three series, all have come to a close, and my predicting record on those ones was 1 win and 2 losses. So basically not good. The New York Rangers defeated the Pittsburgh Penguins in 7 games, and I did not pick that series correctly, although I did say it was going to go 7 games. Ultimately, Game 7 was really close, and anyone could have taken it, but Henrik Lundqvist ended up shutting the door and sent the Pittsburgh Penguins back to Antarctica. So no more Canadian Olympic hero Sidney Crosby. However, tonight, the true star of the Olympics this year, Carey Price, really came to play. And he continued the dominant clutch play that he brought to the Olympics and shut down the Boston Bruins, and the Montreal Canadiens won 3-1. Once again, I predicted that series incorrectly, and wow, that's a surprising result. Other than maybe the Chicago Blackhawks, I was pretty convinced that the Boston Bruins were the best team in the NHL. So as much of rivals as the Montreal Canadiens are, I really have to tip my cap to the work they did. That was a really impressive 7-game series win. You may have just noticed a cat pop up on my screen. There she is again. So after all this craziness, that leaves the New York Rangers and the Montreal Canadiens battling out in the Eastern Conference Finals for a chance to play for the Stanley Cup. And who knows, Montreal might just be the next Canadian team to make a run of that Stanley Cup final, joining Ottawa, Calgary, Edmonton, and Vancouver before them. The only difference is, Montreal is a team who historically has taken home the cup after getting there. So if they make it to the Stanley Cup Finals, there's a much better chance that the team ends up pulling out the Stanley Cup win. And that would be quite the feat. Personally, I like the New York Rangers to win this Eastern Conference Finals series in 7 games. And that's because I believe, deep down, the NHL wants the New York Rangers to make the Stanley Cup Final. So I expect when the games are played in New York, there might be a couple of suspicious calls that bring things more in the Rangers' direction. Even though Montreal are historically a team who gets a lot of calls going in their favor. I'd be pretty surprised if the NHL in the back of their mind isn't hoping one of the biggest franchises in the US they can have can make it all the way to the end. Honestly, the NHL knows that Canadians are going to be watching no matter who the heck is playing in that series. But a team like the New York Rangers would definitely draw a lot of interest from people in the US who wouldn't normally be that into hockey. So either way, it should make for a very interesting Stanley Cup final. As for the NBA playoffs, the San Antonio Spurs and the Miami Heat both advanced to the Eastern and Western Conference Finals today. And the team I was cheering for, the Portland Trail Blazers, got beat by the Spurs in 5 games. And I have to say, it was quite the impressive feat just winning one of those games. Because wow, the San Antonio Spurs look really good right now. And now there's 2 more series left to be decided. And both those games are tomorrow, so I look forward to following the action. It's been a busy couple of days for me. I've been preparing some material for some exam preparation. And a lot of it, once again, is helping me develop some good questions for math. I just need to keep them in mind for a month from now, and I have a lot more time on my hands. I'm hopeful to catch up in a big way in the running challenge pretty soon. A busy life has gotten in the way of that, but I foresee some time available in the next couple days to get some runs in. And now onto Battleship. I'm pretty stoked that I finally got a hit. Your previous shot was a miss. My shot is G7. Come on, hits.